Like,
You can throw him.
no,
But you
I
can
can
throw
throw him. I can throw him pretty darn far.
And he could fly too, so he could go be thrown indefinitely.
So throwing him, so trusting him as far as I can throw him. Like that wouldn't be too much. That
He
wouldn't
could
be
fly
too
behind you, so basically negative throw.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we're back. We're so back, bros. Let's go.
You sure about that?
Train's back. All right.
Yeah, okay, so, what did I miss before my...
Oh, as soon as you
Just
did-
off-topic conversation.
No, like before my internet went to shit and, you know,
What
you
did
had...
you
Brit
hear?
talking. Brit talking.
Yes, Brit.
I had recapped up until the point I drank the ancient
Ah, I see.
dragon blood.
Cool.
Yes, smart choice.
And about that time we get to that, we have made it to the forge, and then her attention completely turns towards the forge and the eggs, the dragon eggs. It's like, needless to say, I've been found, for lack of a better term, worthy by Karas, and am now a matron of red dragons.
What the fuck?
A matriarch, I mean.
Okay. So the leader of the group is going on unsanctioned, uninformed, secret missions without telling anyone else. Goes
Guys,
to
It was
fight entire hordes alone, and drinks of dragon blood just because somebody told you to.
There's more to it, though.
Please explain then.
Has to do with Karas.
Explain them.
Well, he's not the little dragon you think he is.
I know he has a tie to Tiamat, but
More so. He's bigger.
as in?
She looks at the dragons again, eggs again, so, and without turning back says, "Continental."
Karas himself.
Just
How
nod.
small Karas is a continental dragon?
Damn good disguise. And I
Okay.
don't think he's going to be fancying me telling you this.
Are you...
Oh, he can smite me if
that?
he wants to.
all of a sudden, I assume... Brit, are you looking at the eggs?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, in the fires of the forge that are blazing permanently for over a month, you just see the silhouette of a pseudo dragon. You can see that Karas may or may not be in the forge looking at you. Nathan,
Would
you also all of a sudden see the coal slightly shift and comes ahead with a pair of eyes staring as there's magical flames kind of burning it.
Very interesting revelations, aren't there, Karas?
I only tell you because I trust you to keep it.
Oh, no need to be modest. Hear a voice in both of your heads.
I'm gonna reply to it. Say,
landlord.
it's Nathan. He would have figured it out one way or another.
Oh, do not worry, Brit. Eventually the whole world will know. You're but the first. Well, there were several others before. Recently.
Nobody survived.
All of a
In
sudden.
any sense.
Give me
Yeah,
a
so-
second. Give me a second.
But where is this happening?
This
In the
is
forge.
In the
Like,
forge.
no, this is happening somewhere else now. Give me a second.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. You realize that because you look around. All the entrances and exits are just kind of gone. Like there's just a wall. All of a sudden, you hear above you sounds of crackling, and then the sound of massive pieces of stone breaking off and shattering. As all of a sudden, whoa, Nathan, Britt, the ceiling gets basically torn apart by a massive claw. Uh, from it, you basically see a sky and everything above in flames. And what you see, second, where fucking is it? Why am I stupid?
Why not?
Yeah, probably. Hold up. Get the image in my head.
Hurry, AI art.
Oh, no. Oh, you called it art. Ah, look at you.
Yeah.
Look
Yes.
at
It's what everybody calls it. Doesn't mean I like it.
There you go. And what you basically see is first thing I thought it's a claw. No, it's a fucking finger. As you see somewhere far away, miles away, a head peeking down through the hole that has been made. And it looks down at both of you.
Hello, Chuckle Fox.
True form then.
Quite dramatic.
That's pretty dope.
Would you believe I was the kindest of my kind?
Given that we're still alive, very much so.
I tire of your archdevil's games. But alas... Did you say revolution? Nathan?
Yeah.
That'd be way too fun.
There is
Mutiny
there
amongst the chosen of Tarumak.
there is a soft wheeze. No. Something useful as your master shouldn't be sacrificed in vain. He is dying after all. I do not care to wait a few more months, years, decades, for I am eternal, the flame. My brother has made a token of one of your companions. So it's only fair that I can make my own moves, as does my sister. Oh no, for everyone.
Tonight on Family Feuds.
I know. It stares both at you.
any sense. It's
Are you actually trying to de-escalate the situation, Britt?
Don't.
no.
What,
It's
This
just
is a topic we can't just ignore.
what are
Face to
you?
face on, please. At the very least, respect the situation. This is quite dramatic.
What are you both gonna do? Because now there's the stare that is a moment too long.
You know what? Nathan just like presents both arms to his side. So now, what? We're just here. You've removed the exits.
No, I just have a thing for dramatics,
I've
theatrics,
heard that's a dragon thing, yeah.
grand displays of power and might, but also broadness, deftness of certainty. The world will burn, but not by the fires of the snow. No, it will
Are we gonna get a
be.
smart speed? Sorry.
They will bathe in the fires of dragonkind. Can hear them plotting, the eye twitching, huddled away beyond our gaze. And you know what? It all of a sudden leads towards, and all of a sudden there's this fucking wind that just kind of blows down into the fucking hole and just kind of clears the fucking mountain apart for you to just see it more broadly.
and at this point this is all just like illusion.
Oh
right?
yeah,
We're pretty sure that he's not breaking the mountain.
No, you look around, it's basically fire. It's
Yeah.
it's more lava, fire than anything else. You're somewhere else. You're not the only remnants of where you were is the room that is basically half broken.
I I have a question. Maybe you
Mhm.
can answer, Karis. Might as well say it now since we're here. During my foray into the far north, felt there was a strange feeling. As if the thoughts of the defacing of the bones wasn't a rage in place of yours, but it was felt like it was my own, like there was a connection. And I'd like to know why. And that was before the blood was drank.
You're all descendants of us. Through each and every one of you courses, my brothers and sisters, our great grandmother's blood, the great Yamat. Do not feel prideful in your humanity. Just, I like the reaction to the dice roll, like, cool.
Nathan is genuinely unimpressed by this.
I know.
I just loved how we're basically like, wow,
Yeah,
that it?
Oh boy, another world-ending threat.
Right.
What's
Well, I
next?
wouldn't call this a
Tea?
threat. I'd call this like, okay, so we're what? Half breeds of great grandchildren?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kara just stares at both of you for a few moments, just looks around a bit. takes a deep breath. Champions are being chosen, tokens are being made, and the greatest treachery soon to be unfolded.
One question then.
Stares
Are
at
you
you.
champion or patron?
I am no patron. I am a god. You can call Brit a champion, but all that she has is a droplet of my offspring's blood in her veins. By your standards, a god maybe, but by mine, flicker.
Well, be careful to not burn yourself on the fires that you're causing. That ego seems to be burning quite brightly.
Oh, you do not understand, offspring of the Feywilds.
Then explain. We can't leave unless you let us, so
I love the sass.
Super unimpressed.
I drew you well.
Choices will be made, sides will be taken. You probably suspect the grandchildren, Tiamat, to rise and dominate the world again. But that is the betrayal of our kind. We do not wish for dragons to rule. We wish to exterminate.
quick understanding of the table. Did he just say he wants to exterminate the dragons?
Yes.
Dragon War. Let's
Yes.
remember.
Go
That's
die then.
Brett's going to say the Dragon War.
Ah,
Quick thing.
yeah.
Nate just raises his hand. If you want the dragons to be exterminated, just kill yourself.
Kill yourself now.
And
Wait,
you
where's that meme?
wish
Where's that
to
meme?
dim your chances against those who wish dead.
Nathan?
It
I
honestly
would be
doesn't
very
look like you're aligned to me much.
Nathan?
You wish me
You can
to
tell-
be destroyed, including all of my creations. Because with my blood goes everything.
Nathan, he is helping us. It is best not to. It is best to leave it alone for now.
It's you said it. Somebody who openly tears up a mountain like this just for presentation, a sanctified place by the chosen of Tarumak, who openly spoke of mutiny against his master. Are you really sure we should be calling him an ally?
Do you forget the god? The god the god I follow?
He should be higher in command than this. Doran follows Io, and Io is the god of all dragons.
And what is and what is Doran preparing for?
The Dragon War. So your god is definitely stronger than this. Pointing like with his thumb in the direction of Saras.
I love this.
As far as I see, his Karas's goals align with Doran's. Which is why I'm more inclined to accept whatever he can give to the cause.
Very well.
I
If he is to join
I
the cause, so be it. You're the leader of the team, not like I can argue against it. It is your choice as the leader of the Chosen of Tarumak to decide whether he is part of this group or not. And if you say we are going to have mutiny planning, apparently Dragon God on our side, it is your choice.
as I'm aware, the demons are our top priority now. They're the ones that pose the greatest threat in the
Talking about the
immediate.
demons, turning away from Brit, back to Kara's. Now talking in apparently your true form, what's that with the demons and like the abyss and the hells?
What of them?
I mean, that cat-sized version of you certainly didn't know, but what about you? The real you?
Oh, I always knew.
And please tell me, while we're at it. We're in Revelations right now, so might as well spill a few secrets.
Why Abyss and the Maelstrom is away from your list of things to do?
Sure. Why we weren't informed about the fact that there are people dying because of that there were people expecting us in the water plane. What
It,
exactly happened in the fire plane?
it just chuckles at you. I need to see my young matriarch's worth. As for deaths of a few, I do not care.
Collateral damage. Okay.
They're paladins. They wish to
They're-
die, they die. You wish to serve, you serve. Just because your goddess is in the sky doesn't mean I cannot fly to it.
And rip the moon out of the sky, I would like to see you try.
Oh,
the
the
pr-
balls on this
the
man.
prattlings of a young child. Amusing. Very. I enjoyed this, honestly. Reminds me of my young days when I was a mere several millennia old. Killing you types were the funnest
Few
things.
millennia.
takes a while to get to his strength and his
Of course.
size.
But if I'm mentally at the level that he took 200 years to get to, I'm advancing quite quickly, apparently.
Shorter lifespan. Have to grow up quickly.
Very true. Then we will be seeing each other in 5 years at the final discussion of the war.
Wow.
You will not be discussing it with me because at that point you will have no right to me. You can speak to her, however, if she lives.
If?
If. And then,
What?
all of a sudden, you both blink and you're back at the furnace. You look around, everything is the same. There's a bit fiery coal spilling on the ground next to the forge.
I have a question, Erasus.
Yes.
I am asleep, but my simulacrum was not. What the hell did he see? Did he just vanish?
He just saw like all of a sudden they had a conversation. They both looked at the forge. Like good 5 seconds pass. All of a sudden look around confusion as the coals just spilled out slightly. Like something moved in the furnace and spilled out.
Subtlety.
Subtlety.
It's a while sick.
Follow me, please. Nathan will be grabbing your hand.
Follow me, please. No, there's.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see anyone else in the room? No. I will be dragging you through the entire apothecary to Cole's room.
Oh god. Punk, punk, punk. Hello, hello.
Knocking on the door in my usual aggressive style.
There is no answer, but the simulacrum has followed you.
Ah, very nice. Do you happen to have a room that is more adequate for a private conversation?
There's a delay. The simulacrum doesn't talk unless it's to cast. But then a moment passes. And the door opens. It's Cole, and he looks groggy. What?
We need to talk, specifically Britt and me. Would you happen to have a room that's more private?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
When you wake up the wizard at 2 a.m.
He opens the door fully, and the room's much more collected than it was last time you went in here. Things are a bit more organized. Shelves are properly installed. As he kind of walks to the back of the room and then reaches into the wood and pulls a handle out of nothing, and a door opens. Right this way.
Okay, so what is the room?
It
A
is
room.
a spiral library. You are familiar with this room. This is the room that
Yeah.
he took both your statements in.
Very nice. My mental image for this is the Crystarium library from Final Fantasy.
That's not far off.
Good one.
Very nice.
With that said, like he opens the door, it walks in, and the door is left open for you.
I will be following inside, dragging Britt inside.
Oh, you don't have to. She's just figured. Okay.
You get out of principle. And the door shuts behind you and then fades off. He motions to the table, and he takes a seat to the corner of the room and lays his head back.
Is he actually sleeping in that room, or is he just
It's
like
hard to tell.
relaxing? No, I'm
but
fine with
you
it either
guess
way.
resting.
Some weird form of resting state for mages. Who knows? He's plugged into something probably.
Karis pops into this void.
And ruined my VR session.
Anyways.
Nathan sits down at one of the tables, leans his sword against the table, like takes it off his belt and just leans it on the table so it's a bit more comfortable to sit. So Karis' continental dragon.
Yeah.
You have known about this since yesterday?
Since yesterday.
Okay. Any...
I'm still processing it myself.
Okay. Very well then. When are you planning to inform the rest of the party?
And the time is right.
When is the time right? A criteria. When the enemy attacks? When he attacks? When a mutiny is ready? A certain date? Tell me.
She thinks like, when I know they can handle that kind of information. You know how
When will
some
they
of
be
them-
able to handle it? Are you waiting for them to kill another dragon? Are you waiting for them to eat a certain meal or drink another potion? Another one turning to diamond? Metal or gold or whatever it is next time? What do they need to be ready? Farron told us we should always be ready to expect. whatever comes tomorrow. And I do not see a reason as to why we're withholding information for the rest of the team, for all and everyone who's in this group. You've seen what he just did. We can be happy that that was an illusion. If he's actually that big and actually that strong, he could easily do the same thing without the illusion. And if he does that while everyone's asleep, everyone wakes up in panic and nobody's going to be the wiser. It's going to be an apocalypse for us.
She's just not saying a thing. She's Oy.
Nathan just like gets back up from the seat. The sword is still leaned against the table, and just starts walking around the room for a bit. You know this admiral pose, like both hands behind his back?
Yes.
Something he copied from Farron on a few occasions.
His inner Lecter coming out.
Not Lecter,
I know,
Farron.
I know, I know.
At seeing that, there's a slight chuckle.
You can clearly see his hand is cramped up. Like, it looks like he's trying to form a fist, but he's not.
I guess he rubbed off on you more than you thought.
Would have been nice if he did it with you as well.
He knows I'd never go that firm on people.
You've been pretty soft. Waiting for people to get ready. Farron would have slapped them in the face with the information that expected them to change. To be ready for it. If you're not ready for it, 100 more push-ups tomorrow.
Is that what you're willing to do?
If that's what it takes. I don't know if you've noticed, but over the last few days, I was very much pushing people to take swimming lessons because I know they will drown if they actually sink below the surface. Those armors are anchors that we just wear around our entire body, and those aren't easily coming off, especially not in panic situations. So, be prepared for what's to come. I didn't push hard enough. Should have made it mandatory, given that I knew tomorrow was going to be the last day before this would have arrived. Would have told Cole to prepare as big of a pool as he can make available, looking over to Cole, and
You
drop
see
as
a
many
hand
people in as
raised, a
possible.
thumbs up.
Tomorrow, people would have learned to swim. As a guarantee. We just rushed into the situation just now because we were told that someone has arrived. There was no guard stationed to see them. The only one who noticed their arrival before they actually entered the fort were somebody planning mutiny and somebody out on a date. For the fact of how the world is looking right now, we're gleefully underprepared. Nathan doesn't even look like he wants you to answer. He's just ranting right now.
And I'm letting him rant.
So, now, what next? We don't know what exactly happened, but the water plane, the maelstrom, and the abyss have all been taken care of. And we need to be ready
No.
for whatever's to come next. Yeah?
No. The fire plane and the plane of water have been taken care of.
Nathan grins slightly. Yeah. We took care of air and earth. They took care of fire and water. And what about the maelstrom and the abyss?
Kars doesn't want us going there. I do not know why, but I know that he knows.
Roll me
That
an
they
insight.
still-
Roll me an insight check, Brett, when you say that.
Okay.
Oh, God. I want to sit back down
Since
because I've
it
been
is
standing for
char-
like the last
since-
20 minutes, but I can't
it-
sit
it-
down right now.
I was
Holy
gonna
shit.
say, since it is Karos, do I get that 10?
Yeah.
Hey, Britt, add another 10 to that.
No.
Jesus
You're half
Classy
asleep.
game.
No. He just has.
No, there's a particular reason I'm doing this. I have separate motive. I have absolutely separate motive for this.
He's not sleeping.
I'm
Okay.
not sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep,
Okay.
sleep spelling would be kind of
All
dope,
right,
though.
give me just a second here. Need to confirm. Jesus Christ.
Oh God. Okay,
Do you
that's
really want that 10?
that's enough. That's enough. Don't worry about it. As you say that, or he says that, all of a sudden you feel this unnatural warmth just hit your spine for a second, a tingling sensation. They're not going to the abyss or the maelstrom. You are.
Alright, I have a separate question, Araxis.
Uh-huh.
Did Mistra let him do that? Or did he make it happen?
Wait.
This is Mistra's
sorry.
private domain. I want to know if he just said, "Oh, I'm going in anyways," or if she just let him. I want to know which.
Inside check. Inside check.
I have my separate motives for this.
You made Magic Mom mad.
That's a good. That's a good question, Cole.
Oh, this is good.
And I am all
See,
charged
fair,
up.
call. If somebody ever tells me, "Hey, you can start a D&D campaign with whoever you want, but Farron can't be in it," I'm going to say no to that. Like, even if there was no
Good
no
point.
scheduling issues guaranteed, I would want Cole in my campaign. Period.
Okay.
So,
End of
Yep.
story. Full stop.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
if,
Okay.
can I make
Cole.
a
Cole. You think for a second, lazy looking this conversation, and you feel this slight uneasiness all of a sudden. For a second, you feel like a tremor in your heart. For a second, the wall slightly peeled down. Not literally, mentally. You feel forces at play. Somewhere out there, somebody's moving Brit. However, Mistress sees that. However, Tiamat also sees that. However, Io and Pharasma also sees that. and you realize there is all of a sudden a four-way standoff. You're like the guy who just like suddenly wakes up in the middle of nowhere. Like after a nap, you look over slightly and you see some motherfuckers just pointing guns at each other. And you're like,
You
know,
just realize that I'm in the middle. Brit is caught in the middle of a Mexican stand.
yes!
No,
Base-
you know what this is?
Oh
This
no.
is the homeless people fight at the back of Waffle House.
Okay.
Over the last waffle.
And
So-
I'm the gal who deflected the chair.
So,
There
No,
is
you're not.
so
You're
here's the
waffle.
thing, and because you rolled so high, can you roll me 80-100? Cole?
yeah, like I want them to know. There's 80-100. You said.
Yes, 80-100.
Ooh!
You
There's
get
one.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh god.
Okay, you for a briefest of moments, you just feel the lines are being drawn. You know that Brit is trying, like, Karas is trying to communicate with Brit. Tiamat and Mr. want to kill Karas. Io opposes Tiamat, and Pharasma opposes Mistra.
Oh god. Oh.
You realize this is a very fucked up cycle that you really don't want to question. As all of us,
Especially not in your house.
There's
Cole,
There's-
the only sane thing you can do is kick them both out right now.
No.
What you
And-
need to
No,
understand,
no, what you
need to
basically
understand is, you just realized that there is currently a council meeting between fucking North Korea, the EU, Russia, and the US
This is-
happening in your living room.
Yeah, it is literally two very high-end gods wanting to kill one very powerful god, and one individual similar strength gods want to kill each individual god as well, and they're basically like pulling guns on each other while Kara's like, hey, Brett, here you go. Here's the response.
Oh
Oh,
my!
God.
There is a moment, like I have a feeling the gods will notice that I noticed. There's
No,
think about
it is,
man.
it is a brief flash because everything passes and nothing fades. But for a brief
Yeah,
moment, you feel like you peeled behind the curtain and you just saw just this jagged glass blades.
Yeah, there is a moment.
If I was
Actually, oh my goodness! And Cole got exactly what he wanted. as he rests his
Oh.
head back on the back of the chair.
Probably not pissing himself. Very good.
No, there's
Question.
Yeah?
Would I have noticed this slight reaction of Cole?
roll an insight check. Go for it.
Oh,
I'm gonna join
Like
that.
to me, like noticing me. Noticing me, by the way. I'm guessing you're not talking about the god interaction.
No, not
No,
the god
just
interaction,
noticing
just
your
that you
interaction,
reacted
yeah.
to that at the around same time I got that warm fuzzy
oh
feeling.
man. 26.
There is.
fuzzy, you say?
Paul, roll me a deception check if you want to just act nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How do I say that? It's just feel.
But,
Okay, how do it to describe how it basically is? It's like you're going like house shopping, like you go to a nice house, and all of a sudden from one of the vents, a necromorph just fucking falls out and goes into another vent. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Alright, I can say. Alright. I was
This
gonna roll, but I didn't add any magical bluffs, so I'm gonna say this flat up that he'd need to roll nat 20 to deceive you. So I'm gonna say, on the brighter end, because he's not thinking about you two at the moment, that he has a mask on, but you see the slightest corners of his eyes raise, and you can tell there's a small smirk under his mask. He's gotten something. You don't know what, but he's gotten something, and he used you to get it.
This is
Okay,
getting
Nathan grins.
juicy.
Nathan grins, and I'm going to blind myself again. I'm going to cast Divine Sense. I want to see if gods are nearby.
No, you see nothing.
Flashbang!
Nothing. Nothing at all. No divine influence. Nothing.
No,
Not even
The,
from
ar-
Mister.
the argument just
did-
happened
you did.
in another room.
No.
The other
it hap-
thing, the thing that
They moved
happened
on to another room.
Yeah,
What?
the thing that
It was a
happened to
flash.
Brit caught her so off guard that you know that she figured out why specifically.
Oh god. It's
But
There,
there's no
I,
doubt about it. She figured out why he said that. Why Kara said
Yeah.
what he said.
oh,
and to be clear, that is why I pushed that's why I pushed Brit to understand what was going on. I needed Brit to get a communication from him.
oh.
Anyways, that is my
Oh.
play. He is just chilling out and vibing right now.
Nathan turns away from Brit for a second. Cole,
Hmm.
didn't I ask for a private place?
There is a pause. He just got the sense you picked up on it, and he just remembered you guys were in the room. There was, as you notice, he really does kind of come back to the reality. His head tilts forward.
Wakes up real shit.
Oh god.
This is a
Mm.
fucking standoff. Holy
I
shit!
love
This is
it.
the stand-up.
I literally have been standing in front of my desk for the last half hour.
Same
Uh-huh.
thing.
Can I
Ever
sit down
since
right now?
This is the
Ever
kind of
s-
drama I like.
yes, private room, please.
There
is- Cole,
Cole, there's no more private rooms.
I kind of look. I look at them.
Okay,
blankly.
passive insights from both of you. You're paladins. There will never be a private room for you.
We're
There's-
paladins. Expect the divine.
Expect the divine.
Actually, damn it, Circle. I was going to say that, you bastard.
You snooze, you lose.
Shut up! You're not a paladin.
Ha!
Ow,
Slow
ow.
to the quick.
Damn it all. Anyways, I can't use that line anymore, so, going on. That... There's a moment's pause as he kind of tilts his head up. Nathan,
Hmm?
why did you misspell my name?
Nathan begins to grin, knowing fully well that there's probably a few gods listening right now. Because you misrespected or disrespected the divine and the influence of the divine in front of me. Having already realized that you had a nick for perfection, I wanted to see what it would do to you.
And why is it still there?
You haven't bothered to fix it. It would
And he
literally take you a
leans
few
in.
seconds.
Yeah, and he leans in. Then why?
Then why what?
He
could be
he
fixing
blank
it.
stares at you as he kind of he blank stares. He's asked the question.
Mhm.
He's seeing if you're gonna get it.
Because you still do.
We need to.
There's a blank stare. Continuous, like he lets you sit for like 30 more seconds with that
Mhm.
question.
Yeah, I think Nathan has his answer. And like I said, you still do. And
Nathan, what is art?
Not AI.
Are you at? Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this question?
What is love?
I set this up so far ahead. Don't take this from me.
I can see that. Nathan paced around the room for a bit. Something worth your devotion? Something you invest a lot of time into? A lot of energy? Something you're passionate about?
It is meaning, Nathan. It means something. That's what makes art different than an image. And he kind of,
So objective.
as he just said, it means something to someone, usually. Kind of a weak smile there. You- Sorry, you'll get some background on say this.
Okay.
You made a point, laid down, granted a nice looking letter. But that's not why it mattered, and it's not why it's still there. It was there to make a point. It meant something. Now, your impulses to put it there might have been child, but what meaning laid behind it was not. Signal of frustration, anger over tyranny, over condescension. It was rebellion. And you didn't even know it. That's because words can only say so much, and trust me, I know words. So, kind of fixes his posture. When talking, when going around and making these statements, words and choice and so forth, note that he starts walking to a door that's now reappeared. Our actions, they have meanings beyond what we even understand. And this goes for the gods too. Sometimes they don't even know what they're doing until it's done. But they watch carefully. And I watch carefully. But right now, we aren't what is important. It is what we represent. So make sure, kind of opens the door as it kind of, the warp into his bedroom, that you make sure, looks over to Brit, you are as close to perfect as a representation of what you believe you can become. Because the gods are watching. Best be good art. And
There's a
she
smirk.
walks out the door.
Very, very quietly. Could you do me a favor, Cole, and roll a perception check just for the fun of it?
Door thing.
Oh man.
I set that up so far in advance, I hope
Yeah.
you know.
I know that. And
That was so juicy, Cole.
That was so fucking
Yeah.
good.
Well done, monologue.
Okay.
Well done.
Mm.
Back to the main event.
I get points. God damn it, your art is ugly.
And
Very
both of you, by the way-
quietly from Nathan.
And by the way, both of you hear a click.
He locks the door.
You think so at first. The door just disappears, and then you look back to the center of the table.
The recording device.
It's moving. And you both have the sense you are being recorded.
Of course.
He saw
This
something
will
bigger
be
than
put
all
in
of
the
us, didn't he?
archives.
Yes. And my previous attempt of having this conversation in private seems to be completely gone. Therefore, and he looks you straight in the eyes, as best as you can do without eyes. Greetings to you, Karis. I assume you're listening. Might as well listen into the conversation, given that we're openly talking about it here. He's like walking around the room a little bit. Like, actually, like, flamboyantly walking around, just
As much as
Putting
you're
on a
going
show.
Style, style, style.
Yeah,
At this
actually
point-
straight up styling.
at this part, it's
Like
just
I said.
like, well, I guess everything's out in the open now.
And that's
wants
how it
me
should
to-
be, at least within the team.
He wants me to go to them.
And I tell
Alone.
you one thing. One thing I swore. And he has like one hand behind his back again and the other one raised to the sky. Somewhere in between, like, drawing attention to himself and actually, like, raising his hand to ask a question like in school. The hand I'm holding up is the one I engraved. To a god I do not know, whom I promised that I would make sure that nobody dies as long as I still breathe. Brit Valok. You're not going to the abyss without me being there as well.
Oi!
To all the gods currently watching. Paris, I know you're watching. May you know, I hereby swear that Brit will not go to the abyss or the maelstrom without me at the very least being present as well.
You know what's the best part?
Seems his stubbornness has rubbed off of you as well.
I had the best teacher.
All I can say is there's a reason why Car's picture was all this time on the screen. That
Yep.
was
Yep.
Karis's honest reaction to that information. Just the image of Karis.
yeah, literally live Karis reaction.
Just staring at the screen. You should put that in the bottom of the stream, like in the corner somewhere. Just live
Karis reaction.
Live Karis.
We know
That
he's
would be great.
basically always
Karis
watching us at
reaction
this
bottom
point.
text.
Yeah. Yes.
In any sense, there are a few things of being a matriarch of Red Dragons.
Feel free to tell me about it. There are no secrets in
I have the
here
ability
anymore.
I have the ability to dominate them should I choose to. Either through
Including him?
through not him. Ancient
Bad.
ancient or worm or younger.
I can do the same with werewolves.
Whoa, really?
It's either through intimidation or a cry that I can only use once in a millennia. If I live that long.
You will live that long. I'll make sure of it.
Oh my god, what a computer.
Paladins never die.
What a Chad. Chad Nathan versus
He also
Soy
wants me
Jack
to go. He also
Paris.
wants me to go to the seas because there's bones being down
Which
there.
seas? Which seas? The ocean
That was
between here,
south
between
of
Dora
here.
and the archipelago?
South of here. He was very vague. He doesn't want the exact location. Give it.
Very well. Dagger recently prepared water breathing and water pressure potions. And like I said, I wanted to teach you all how to swim in armor.
Oh my god.
One
We're
more
prepared
thing.
for this, and we're going underground as a group, understood?
Oh my god.
You want to convince him? I won't stop you. Just
Oh,
one
I
more
won't
thing.
convince him. We'll just
Just
go
one
with you.
Just one more thing.
Hmm?
This has been something I've been struggling with ever since ever since Farron's passing. And she's reaches in and pulls out the will.
Would you like me to read that part out loud?
It's like if you could, but
And I read it
I
out
gotta ask
instead.
first. It's like I saw meaning behind the words, but I can't help but shake that there's more.
There
Did
is
you see
more.
it?
Yes.
What does it say?
Something that makes it more sad, but also more Nathan pauses for a second, and like he has had this really cocky smile on his face for like the last 10 minutes. And it goes to a more neutral expression. Farron is a god amongst us. He's always acted like one. But he
Isn't
isn't.
that the truth?
No, it isn't. That's the
Hmm.
point. He's putting on a facade, like we all are. He was always playing the strong suit, but there was fear. There was a wish to be able to take a break. But he knows that he couldn't because of his duty. And I can relate to that. It would be so much easier to just close my eyes in the apparent knowledge that multiple gods are watching this conversation. He like turns around and just like gestures openly to whoever is listening. And him, of course, gesturing to the recorder. But overall, still held on. Would be so much easier to just relent. But that's not what we've taken our oath for, Brit. We've sworn to be protectors, and we're not giving in until this place is safe. And if it takes eternities to do so, then it will.
Well, then it's a good thing I took the oath of devotion now, isn't it?
Took the oath of the Watchers, and vigilance shall ever last.
But just for my sake, what exactly did it say? That's your cue.
I will take the paper from you, and similar to how you did it last time around, Cole, I will turn the piece of paper around and just like, after focusing on it for a second, I'll start reading it out. And just like last time,
What I was
the voice of
doing.
Nathan fades and the voice of Cole starts to appear. Sorry, not Cole, Farron.
1 second. I haven't done his voice in a bit. A moment.
Cole just starts speaking. You see, I have also
Bring
read
out
the
your
will,
inner
and I know
Irish.
exactly what it means.
School Scotsman, whatever.
Written on the back is a faint imprint left on the paper. Seems random and accidental first, but you find it makes up words. Be silent, dear reader. I do not know who you are, but I ask you keep this message close to your heart. Show this only when the depths of despair are at its highest. I am scared. No, I am terrified. Every battle shakes my heart. Every morning I want nothing but to simply sleep the day away. It's so much work to wake up. I get up and I look at myself disappointed by the man I know and reminded just how far I have left to go. I want to live. I want to run. I want to hide, eat, sleep, go home, forget this cruel world. But I can't. I won't. The world will remember me as fearless, a man without weakness, who need not pray on the next day. But I am none of those things. Constant fear, constant weakness, never making more without consideration. That's what my instincts scream for. Relief, escape. But listen to me, reader. Those voices are death. They aren't your enemy. They aren't fake. They are real as blood and bone. The voices, they are yours. They scream in agony, suffocating in your slow death. The only thing that makes them scream louder is when you kill them yourself. For better or for worse, every ounce of my being calls for life, clinging to it for all of its worth. Only by cutting off our weakness, our insecurities, our imperfections, and killing them. That is our escape. But what grows in its place must be closer to perfection than what we cut off, or it's all pointless. It hurts like no other pain, like hell itself, but I suppose that's what hell is. Being consumed by our imperfections. But if not me, then who? If not now, then when? I want to cry, but no. I refuse. I have fear, but I have courage. I have weakness, but I have potential. And I may lack foresight, but I have hope. Life's hard, but dear reader, you can do it. You can be harder.
Good luck. And if you're not them, let the family know I love them. Signed, Farron.
Just silence, just letting those words carry.
Nathan will put down the will and place it back on the table.
Well, you were right. Yeah, it was sad. There's well, even as he moved on, he still manages to unload wisdom upon me.
His strength carries on even beyond the gates of death. And it's the exact same thing he would demand of us. He feared death. He wouldn't have written this if he wouldn't have feared death. He knew every day it would come someday, but that fear never consumed him. Doubt never consumed him. And while he wrote it down, he kept moving it ahead despite of it. The same thing's here. The gods are watching. Some of them are plotting our demise. So be it. We've taken our oath to protect these people. Let's cut off the fear of them and, according to Farron, keep on going.
I'm going to walk up, and suddenly, unless you want to do a grapple check, comes a big old hug.
No, Nathan actually has his arms open. He expects this fully.
Uh,
My arms were open all along.
well,
They haven't been like
And
raised
af-
open to a hug, but he was completely expecting it.
and after a hot minute or something, she's gonna
Yeah.
break it off, put hand on his wrist, saying, "Now then, we have a world to save. However that may be, hopefully it's for the betterment of everyone else who lives on this world."
While I hate break this very motivational situation, one last thing I have to ask. And he puts out the hand that he took the oath with, so his right hand.
Mhm.
No secrets. We want the others to be prepared.
So which hand is that? Is that your left or your right?
Right, the right hand,
All right, well then you're gonna get a shake from the metal arm
which I fully expected.
clang, clang,
and all
clang.
that stuff.
Mhm.
And I was gonna say, promise.
Promise.
And
Promise watched by the gods.
Mhm. And as you notice, where it's on the back palm of your hand. the backhand side of your hand,
Mhm.
your symbol.
Yeah.
You're gonna
It's like barely like more of a scar by this point, but yeah.
Does it have any meaning to a god or anything like that?
That's the problem. I don't know. I made the symbol to Saloon, but
Mm-hmm.
the scar itself scarred over that it's not like directly identifiable.
Not identifiable. So
Yeah.
you're gonna notice that the metal arm now has that symbol on it. A nondescript, not dedicated to any god symbol.
Whoever's watching this shall take this.
So,
I have never been appointed a leader, and I do not see myself as such.
Shame. You make an
But
excellent one.
I hope to assist you as the leader, the chosen of Tarumak.
Oh.
If you will leave it with that.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess the rest of everybody else has a very big day ahead of them when they all wake up.
Let them sleep for tonight. Let them get the rest they need. Tomorrow at breakfast. Day at breakfast, they shall know.
I'm gonna head to the chapel. There's something I need to do in there before I turn in myself.
Do that. And Nathan pats you on the shoulder, like, once in passing. It's completely irrelevant for you because you know the feeling all too well. But just as, like, a passing gesture, Nathan casts guidance on you.
Okay.
You know the feeling.
All right. So
It won't help
one
with anything. But 1d4 on every check, you know the thing. It's fucking standard by
one
now.
final thing I would like to do, unless there's somebody else, is I'd like to go to the chapel and rededicate my oath of devotion.
We're all asleep, just so
Yeah.
you know. There isn't
Mhm.
anybody
Okay.
else.
Just letting you, except for Dagger.
I'm not. Yeah, I can't sleep.
But no, I'd like to renew my oath of devotion just there. With vigor. Which is my devotion to helping those who can't help themselves honorably and compassionately. And then turn in for the night.
there is one more scene I wish to do before we call it.
Okay.
And we didn't
Sure
even
thing.
get to the end of the night.
I
Yeah.
Go
know,
for it.
I know, but
Half a
no
day,
Once
as
again.
usual.
Ooh boy.
Paul.
Taduk's gonna be back. Oh, yep.
Paul.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
get in
Have
trouble
fun.
for this, aren't I?
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah. Actually, there is one thing I wanted to do, but, you know, I have a feeling... Oh. Oh, shut up.
Will you now?
I'll shut up unless you say otherwise. There's-
Thank you.
Oh god.
So, second. So, everybody rest, slept, snooze. Time passed on, and everything is calm. Find the. There you go. Paul, roll me d4.
That's S3?
So, sleep. You don't really dream a lot. But then all of a sudden, you dream of a desolate, decrepit ground.
Emerald, we're back.
You immediately realize the sensation of being on the ground shifts as you all of a sudden are standing up. You look around and you see clear sky, the peace, tranquility, but beyond where the horizon to the east, a massive desolated star. But also what you see around is a camp. 3 tents, 2 wagons, 4 horses pitched. 2 people, kind of like noble-ish envoys, ambassador types, sitting by a fire, just basically milling around, don't really doing much. And then from the biggest tent comes out what seems to be a half-elf noble lady. Just out of nowhere. Both of the men immediately stand up. They can almost give a salute. My lady, it's early. The lady just kind of raises her hand. I know. I couldn't sleep. Where is he? The men look around a bit. Look basically straight at you, but past you. The man wandered a bit through the tree line, but he said he's gonna come back soon. The lady kinda just nods. I'll go. Stay. Before they can interject, she gives them a quick glance before proceeding to walk in said direction. What are you gonna do?
As you know, as she starts walking this way, I'm guessing there's no reception to my existence.
Oh no. She walks basically almost through you. She
Yep.
looks like she's ready to go for a ball. Like she looks like very well dressed, high nobility. Jewels and necklaces, rings that are probably thousands gold pieces each. Albeit
I look up to the stars in a glimpse. What is the date? As I measure carefully.
It's today. You look at the southeast, you see still the crimson red lightning echoing in the distance far from the horizon. It's today still.
There's a moment, but he begins to follow the woman as he debates what to do.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Sure thing. And question, I do kind of like a minor cantrip. Is guidance working?
No.
Got it. Okay. 23.
23. As much as she showed courage for her first minute traversing the land, all of a sudden her determination Um, the determination just slowly fades as the echoes and the ambience of just the dead forests, the dead ground crackles and breaks beneath her feet. And it's just kind of ominous. And then all of a sudden, you just see, for a briefest of seconds, she looks off to the sky, almost like seeing something. You see nothing. But moments after, you see something land on her. Some sort of silhouette, shadowy thing. As she looks at it, almost in bewilderment and slightly disgust. But then suddenly seems to get this endearment to it. Just kind of seemingly taps it. Pets it. What you see is something of a vulture size. Some sort of bird. A bare silhouette. As it just goes, there. So, as she kind of lifts her arm, and you can see the creature takes off as and just kind of continues. And then she looks back at you and seemingly stares at you, looks up and down a bit, seemingly looking at your fruit.
I take a step to the side to see where she's looking.
Her face doesn't move, but her eyes shift towards you. Hello?
You have good eyes.
She takes a few steps towards you. Kinda tries to hold by your shoulders. Are you one of the lost souls?
His eyebrow raises. Do I leave footprints?
No.
As like kind of there's a glance at my lack of footprints. And I don't know how much of me she can see. But I think to myself for a moment. And I give the only universal movement of I don't know, which is a shrug. He kind of lifts his hands up and tilts his head slightly to the side, showing ignorance.
Did you die here? A long time ago, as she kind of looks over the horizon.
He realizes she can't hear him at the moment, so he takes off the mask. He's watching her eyes very carefully to see if she notices this. See, he's still trying to grab the distance between what she can see and what he can't. And his words not being heard is almost an insult to his existence. So he is going to speak without the mask and try to reach her. And see if words of power can break through whatever. Yeah, and maybe lip reading, hopefully, right? As he carefully and meticulously articulates words after each other, power words, words that have meaning beyond the vocabulary. Can you hear me?
Let me see if she can. Oh my god. She seems to like recite what you're saying, and then she goes, Yes, I understand you, but who are you? I only seen a few of you, but you're a lot. You're conscious. You're here. Let's tell him, where is he? She all of a sudden almost like grabs you, even though there's nothing to grab, and she starts looking around the way she was gonna go.
I try to keep up as I continue
Oh no,
to
no,
try to see.
she's basically holding you in place. Like she's stopped and she's like,
don't go anywhere.
yeah, don't go anywhere. Stay here.
Don't fade away.
Don't leave. Yeah, and she just, she just looks around.
While this is happening, I am memorizing the coordinates.
Okay.
I look at the stars to try to figure out where I am. There's
Give me a second. I just want to make sure. So, there's like a good seconds, and there's not panic, but more like fascination, a bit of frustration, and this fascination in you. Wait, hold up a second. Your neck would be showing, right, Cole?
yes, and it
Give me a sec-
platinum tattoos.
Yeah, I know. Let me. Oh god, no. She's like oblivious. And then you hear a voice echo through the forest. Oh, young lady, I told you not to stray from the forest. And the noble lady immediately kind of loses grasp on you and just kind of looks full towards this what seems to be a guy, a human male in his 30s, missing an arm, seemingly just covered in ropes to the point that his face is just almost just snubbed of it. There's this awkward pause for a few moments. Why are you here? It's early, sleeping, something you should do. I don't need to, but you do. The noble lady just kind of laughs a bit. I couldn't sleep. And you said you're gonna teach me when I wake up, so... Oh, look! Points at you, Cole.
There is a stare at him as I try to get a better gauge of his face, obscured by folds.
It's how do I say this? It's more like he has this, I don't know how to describe this. It's like layers of tattered cloth. And it doesn't seem like it's connected. It's like it's just there. And it's over his face as well, to the point that it's just kind of covering it fully. You assume if you can push it aside, you probably can see his face, but he's just...
That's a rather difficult thing to do at the moment.
Yeah, I know. He just kind of
and-
looks at you, thinks for a bit, seemingly scratches his face under layers of cloth. Aha.
Woods. He looks over at the girl. Is she looking at him right now?
Yeah, she looks like she just did something great. The human just kind of shrugs.
I'm gonna try to get her attention.
Yeah,
you
can get her attention.
And I mouth the words, "Your name."
She seems to do it over and over again, a bit more, and like seemingly failing it for a few times, and then goes, "What is my name? My name is Alice. Alice Windseer of the noble house Windseer." I'm just gonna
Do I recognize that house?
a second. Yeah, roll me a history check.
All right. Okay. 28.
Okay. You know of this girl, actually. She has gone missing for like 4 months. Somewhere like 2 months back west, in a region that I don't have on top of my head. One of the ruling houses is House Windseer. They've been basically loyal to the Empire since the beginning, since the founding, almost 2 millennia ago. And apparently, when you went by, when you had your little travel, Alice, which she was like fourth in line for the head, she just was missing. There was like a bounty for 20-something thousand gold pieces and everything.
And at this moment, he mouths. He's trying to pick smaller words here. But you were lost.
The human seems to just stare back and forth as you just communicate.
Yeah, this guy's like, what the hell am I
Yeah.
doing?
Well, good job, Alice. You got this covered. And he kind of just taps her on the shoulder, just kind of walks by, and then Al just grabs him by the one hand. One thing you notice, when Alice grabs the guy's hand, it doesn't budge. It just continues moving to the point that Alice gets a bit dragged until he stops. Also, he says, "Lost? I never was lost. I'm fine. I'm here. I've been on a bit of an excursion with
I just say one word this time. Bounty.
bounty. Bounty. I'm not a wanted woman. Quite the opposite. Well, I'm actually very wanted. For all the right reasons." She all of a sudden gives like a smirk.
With that, the older man, does he give any reaction to her saying wanted? Because clearly she didn't know about this.
He looks back.
So-
Why are you here then? Go and, I don't know, fuck. What do you do, nobility? Like, I know what you do, but what do you do? Oh yeah, he kind of looks at you, Cole. Name's Joseph. Walks away. Yeah, he literally just walks off, and Al just kind of seems to. Can you roll another d4?
I can. 3.
3. All of a sudden, you feel like the sleepiness just kind of hits you, just like, yeah, you should return
Damn it,
back.
not yet.
Yeah, you can hold it.
They looked.
So,
Sorry, they're doing a copy pasta chat. I'm trying to ignore it. With that said, he kind of looks and he motions to sit down as he kind of gets to cross-legged.
she all of a sudden mimics like touches one of her rings a bit, like almost like screws it, so there's no screws, and then she flicks her finger, and this very pompous chair of gold just manifests as she politely sits down.
Very fancy. As And I begin to kind of like, as I start talking out, I'm going to motion the symbols of what I mean. If I could make a performance check to kind of help her along, as I say, time short.
Performance.
Can I? Yeah. All right. $27. I kind of make like a clock motion.
She seems to think on it a bit. Yes, I know. Time is short. We can't do everything we want. It was a pleasant, time speaking with you, I guess.
There was, and he motions then to himself. I live.
Oh, wait. You're alive. Oh. Oh! She stands a bit in disgust. Are you one of those creeps that stalks me at night?
There is a blank stare.
I
absolute
know.
disgust on his face. You can't normally read his face because it's covered by a mask. The mask is off right now. You just look at the look of elvish disgust. There is and he just the no symbol. He just crosses his hand. Literally.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, you bastard.
You can't express it. You just gotta be like hand symbols, hand motion.
No, you ever crossed your hands before? You know exactly what that looks like.
I know, but she might just not look at it while you do that. She might be like very
bastard.
She's a spoiled girl.
15. Let's go.
She immediately becomes slightly blushed and tries to slap you across the face. Just goes, just like, ah! He just struts back away, flustered and annoyed.
He kind of like face palms.
Like it goes through. It doesn't even like. Anyway,
Yep, and then as I kind of start fading, I'm feeling myself leave
yeah.
this world. I'm going to say, be careful.
She doesn't look at you. Anyway, and that's
Shaking
it.
my head.
And that's it, and we're done. There you go.
Actually, Alexis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can do this later.
Yeah.
I can do this later. You
So-
don't have to do it now.
So, yeah, that's the end of session 52 EP. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna rate someone. So, anything you want to say before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors?